Good morning and happy Friday. Greetings, parents, guardians, family, and friends. Welcome to the Newton County Schools Parent Connect virtual series. My name is Shavery Jones, and I am one of the instructional technology specialists here in the Instructional Technology and Media Services Department. Today's session is about using assistive technology to empower individuals with disabilities. Our speaker this morning is Miss Erin Howlett. She is our parent mentor for the special education department. This session is being recorded, and you will have the opportunity to refer back to it using our Parent Connect Canvas page. And at the end of the presentation, we will have a question and answer session. So let's get started. Ms. Howlett, the floor is yours.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today with our Parent Connect. I am Erin Howlett. I am the parent mentor for Newton County School System Special Education Department. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Today we're going to talk about how assistive technology empowers our students with disabilities in school and also at home. And I'm going to provide you with some resources and some information about assistive technology. Okay, so can you see my screen? Okay. So Newton County School System vision statement is that all students will be well-rounded and prepared for the future. The mission statement of Newton County School System is to provide educational excellence for all students. So as I said, I am Erin Howlett. I am the parent mentor for Newton County School System Special Education Department. My email address, if you have any questions about this presentation, or if you need help finding resources in the community, or just have questions, you can always reach out to me at howlett.erin@newton.k12.ga.us. And on all of our social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, we do have, when we share things, we always include our hashtag, our abilities outweigh our disabilities, because that's what we really focus on, is the abilities of our students. So today we're going to talk about assistive technology empowering students with disabilities. We're going to look at what assistive technology, or AT, if you see AT, that's assistive technology, what that is and why it's important. We'll explore different options or different ways that Newton County School System uses assistive technology. And then I'll leave you some tips and resources for using assistive technology with your student at home and in the community. So what is assistive technology, or AT, and why is it important? Assistive technology is technology that is used by individuals with disabilities in order to perform functions that might otherwise be difficult or impossible. So I know that's pretty broad, and it's broad for a reason, so that way it gives IEP teams the flexibility to provide a range of assistive technology solutions, ranging from low tech to high tech. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. Assistive technology enables individuals with disabilities to be independent, self-confident, productive, and included. So I mentioned that assistive technology can range from low tech to high tech. I know when I think assistive technology, I always think high tech. That's what my brain automatically goes to. But really, there are so many assistive technology examples as far as low tech and high tech. So there's a huge range. So some low tech examples might be highlighters or Velcro, using a slant board, or your student might use pencil grips. There might be large print text. They might use canes or walkers. And even using a pen and paper to communicate is considered assistive technology. So some high-tech examples are power wheelchairs and scooters, digital hearing aids, specialized software. And this can be, the specialized software is typically text-to-speech or speech-to-text software that can be added to your computer. Electronic aids to daily living, voice-activated telephones, Bluetooth integration, and dynamic display communication devices with voices. So I want to talk back briefly about the specialized software. So text-to-speech is a type of technology that it will read the digital text aloud. Sometimes you might see read aloud on the app if that's available. And then speech to text is the opposite. So you talk, and then the technology will type out what you're talking on screen. So speech to text is beneficial for students who have difficulty writing, spelling, who have dysgraphia or dyslexia, or who have motor skill and mobility issues. So assistive technology is a wide range of devices. So the Georgia Department of Education, I've included a QR code for the technology, the assistive technology sheet. And if you want to, so you can, I'm going to click on it so that way we can look at this together, but you can hold your phone camera up, turn your camera on for the QR code, and it should pop up a little message to open the QR code, to open the website. I'm going to do it with you, so I'll tell you what it pops up. It says website QR code, and then so you click on that and it pulls up assistive technology. It's a fact sheet. I am going to, are you still able to see my my screen, the fact sheet?
No, we're still seeing the presentation, so you'll have to reshare the fact
Okay.
sheet.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, perfect. So this is the fact sheet that I have in the presentation, and you can just take time to look over this if you like. But what I wanted to go over is at the bottom, I talked about the wide range of low tech and high tech assistive technology. So the Georgia Department of Education, they categorize them into these different categories. So it's academic and learning aids. This is the assistive technology is categorized in these technologies. Academic and learning aids, aids for daily living, assistive listening devices, augmentative communication, computer access, environmental control, mobility, work, recreation and leisure, seating and position, and then visual aids. So again, assistive technology is a wide range, and there's some examples next to these as well, so that way you can see what those are. Okay. Okay. So another aspect of the Georgia Department of Education, they have this wonderful little chart on the right, ways that they connect assistive technology in education. So it might, you can see reading text to speech, different brainstorming, note-taking, research tools. And I want to show you, I've provided the resource, the link to the Special Education Department of the Georgia Department of Education. Are you able to see that website now?
No, remember you have to go back out
Go
and
back to the
reshare.
new share. Okay. All right.
There we go.
Okay, so I just wanted to show this to you as a resource because this is great to have these videos they've provided, videos about executive function. There's just a lot of different note-taking, graphic organizers. So if you want to learn more about assistive technology and ways that it's used, there are some videos on this link to the Georgia Department of Education website. Okay. So Newton County School System uses, these are just a couple examples of the way that we use Newton County Schools assistive technology in the school. For students with disabilities, they have access to read and write Google Chrome extension. And then Immersive Reader is also available. And then I also want to just remind you, AT ranges from low tech to high tech. And so there are so many other ways that assistive technology is included in your students' IEP and daily educational learning. Okay, so we'll look and talk a little bit about the Read and Write Google Chrome extension. So what you'll have to do with this, if you think that this is something that your student would benefit, you would need to talk to your case manager, which is usually their teacher. And they can help you get this added onto your student's Chromebook. I just started using it a little bit so that way I could explain some of it, but it's fun. It's really cool to use. There's some wonderful features. I'm going to play a brief video. You can scan the QR code and then, or you could click on the Read and Write to watch the video. It's a student help video. We'll go take a minute to watch that. But something that I really like about this is the picture dictionary. So a lot of our adapted curriculum uses picture symbols through the unique learning system. And so this helps our students with the picture dictionary. It helps them take a word and then they can look at the picture dictionary and associate it with the picture. Okay. Today we're going to see how. Okay, and this is just a quick little, it's a 2-minute, 45-second
How Read
video.
and Write can help when you're using Google Docs or just browsing the internet. Okay, let's start by seeing what we can do in Google Docs. Here's the purple Read and Write icon at the top of your screen. Click on it and this toolbar appears. First of all, let's read some text out loud. Put the cursor anywhere you want. Click play and it starts reading like this.
Honey is a kind of sugary syrup.
And you can stop at any time. Pick a word, like this, and use the dictionary to explain what it means. And there's a picture dictionary right here too. Click on the prediction icon, and Read and Write will help you by guessing words that you're typing. Put your mouse over the suggested word to hear it read aloud.
Insects.
If that's the word you're looking for, click to insert it. Click here near the right of the toolbar to change settings if you want to. There are lots of different reading voices to choose from. And you can change reading speed if it's too fast or slow. You can hide the toolbar anytime you don't need it by clicking on the Read and Write icon again. Okay, Read and Write isn't just for Google Docs. You can use it when you're browsing web pages with Google Chrome too. Click the Read and Write logo in the address bar. Right here, and the toolbar pops up. Most features are pretty similar to when you're using Google Docs. With reading aloud, this time you can hover over to hear the text.
I had a chance to talk to the show's creator.
You can stop reading anytime. The dictionary lets you look up what words mean and hear the definitions read aloud. Double-click to highlight a word and press the dictionary button to see what it means. Click on the dictionary to listen to it.
Adjective, having life of vigor or spirit.
And of course, there's a picture dictionary too. Double-click to highlight a word, then click right here to see images related to the word you've selected. This fact finder is really useful if you're doing homework or researching an assignment. Highlight a word and click here to see search results from Google. Thanks for watching!
Okay. So that is a little bit about the Chrome extension. And there's so many resources if you want to learn more about read and write. I had a video. It's not working on this PowerPoint, but I can show it to you if, or I'll drop it in the chat. So our students are able to use read and write through email and Google Docs and Canvas pages. So everyone has a Canvas page. That's what I'm going to drop in the chat, the link to the video on how to use read and write in Canvas. So there's a YouTube video for read and write. And then next we offer immersive reader. So you might see this icon for the immersive reader at the top of your screen, but our students are able to use it in Office 365, email, and also on Canvas pages. And the immersive reader will read the screen to you. Okay, so I have a couple tips and tools that I want to show you as well, and some resources about more assistive technology. Because as we advance just everyday life, technology is increasing. So there's so many different options for assistive technology resources right at our fingertips on our phone. So Tools for Life, it's a Georgia Tech program. They have a great app finder. You can scan the QR code if you want to go on your phone. I'm going to go ahead and we'll take a quick look at that as well, because I think this is a wonderful page and a wonderful tool to use, not only in school, but at home with your student. So it takes you to this Georgia Tech Tools for Life website. And this is the app finder. So you can search by, this is the cool thing. With the app finder, you can search by so many different things. Look, you can find different books, communication, education. You can find information about emergency preparedness, games, handwriting, magnifiers, math. So there's just so much information on here. So many apps. So let's take a look at, let's say we need some help with note-taking and we want to find an assistive technology app for note-taking. I'm going to look for something that's free. I use Apple, so I'm going to look for the iOS apps. And so it shows me that 10 apps were found. So then I can look through these and choose what might work best for what I'm looking for as far as note taking, what resources I may need. The Georgia Tech Tools for Life is just a great resource. You can come back here to their homepage, and there's a lot of different trainings, demonstrations. If you just want to find out more information, this is a great resource to have. Okay. And then another resource that I'd like to share is Reading Rockets. That's the second QR code on the right. This is just an overview of assistive technology. And Reading Rockets is a great website for all kinds of reading resources, tools, tips, books, if your reader's struggling. But this is a great article about assistive technology for kids with learning disabilities, and it just gives you an overview about assistive technology and ways that they can help our students with disabilities. All right. Okay, so I know something that I like to always share whenever I'm talking to a parent, an educator. Parent to Parent of Georgia is a great resource. I'm going to show you their assistive technology, but the Parent to Parent website really is, they have a plethora of information to help parents find resources for their child with a disability. So I'm going to show you what they offer on their website. If you click on the Parent to Parent, if you go to that QR code that I provided, it will take you to their assistive technology information. And they also have a couple more links on here if you want to delve into a little bit further. You can find more about accessible instructional materials and then the Georgia Project for Assistive Technology. But they really are a great resource. I'm going to show you just very quickly their roadmap, just to show you what they have to offer, because this really is great for any parent to have. So there's so many different things, and this is the Parent to Parent website. Okay, so if thinking about it, if you have questions about assistive technology and you want to learn more ways that it can help your student, talk to their teacher and their IEP team. If you want to learn more information about assistive technology, talk to other parents. And something that I wanted to include as well is that as a parent with a child with a disability, it's never too early to start thinking about what kind of technology needs your child may need after high school, because their needs will change throughout the years. And, you might need to make adjustments to what type of technology they use, but it's really never too early to start thinking about that technology. If they might need some assistive technology in the workforce, that Tools for Life will be a great resource for that, just in using them in the community as well. So if you have further questions about your student's IEP or 504 plan, these are the contacts for special education: our director, our IDEA coordinator. We have a primary coordinator and a secondary coordinator. And thank you so much for coming out to this presentation today. I really appreciate you taking your time. And again, you can reach out to me, even if it's assistive technology or any other questions that you have about your student with a disability, I can help steer you in the right direction. Again, I am Erin Howlett. I am the parent mentor for Newton County School System. And I think we'll stay on for a little bit if you have any questions.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Howlett. That information was very, very informative. And I even learned some new tools today. That read and write Google tool, that was really, really cool. Now I'm going to look in the chat box. Do we have any questions for Ms. Howlett today? And while we're waiting, if there are any questions, I have dropped several of the links in the chat box, along with the contact information for the special education department. So that is all in the chat box. And this information will be available to you on our Canvas Parent Connect resource page. So you can refer back to this video, or you can actually access those resources under today's date in the calendar. So I'm going to wait about another 30 seconds to a minute to see if we have any questions. So that don't look like we have any questions for you today, Ms. Howlett, which is perfectly okay. That means you gave all of the information in detail. So thank you so much for that. We would like to thank everyone for attending today's session. Please be sure again to access our Parent Connect Canvas page to access any previous recordings, topics, and resources, especially for today's resources. And then please join us on next Friday. We will have our topic about your students' reading, the importance of reading, and your students' Lexile levels and scores. So we'll have a detailed conversation about that next Friday. So we hope to see you all then, and have a great weekend. Thank you, Ms. Howlett.
Thanks for coming.
All right, bye-bye.